Here's another poem by Dorothy Hunt called Tell the Truth. Tell the truth. Your mind does not know how to love. Tell the truth. Your mind does not know how to surrender. Tell the truth. Your mind does not know how to keep the planets in their orbits, or make the leaves let go in winter, or bring new blossoms in the spring. Tell the truth. Your mind does not know how to truly live, or let go into death. But you do. Trust yourself. It's kind of been the point of the whole week. I often say that Sufism is simply getting over our case of mistaken identity. As soon as we think, I am this, I am that, heaven and earth are separated by 1,000,000 miles. But in the stillness, in the fullness, good reminder. Ethan. Adi Shanti says that if you still have trouble with a political leader, you've got some work to do. Recognize that there is nothing that experiences this moment. But even that nothing is known and experienced. There is something mysterious that knows, something mysterious that experiences in this moment, but you can't say what it is. Because when you say it what it is not that. It's closer, more immediate. As soon as you think about it, you see that it's not that thought. It's before that thought. No description is necessary. So just rest on the edge, on the precipice, on the direct experience, directly feeling as though you do not exist, and yet knowing that you do. Reminds me of Ibn Arabi, who said that Allah is the real. Allah is the essence of all. And everything that exists between the essence and zero, nothing. So we're in there somewhere between existence and non-existence. We sort of exist, but we sort of don't exist. This awakeness that is awake within you knows itself. The mind does not know it. The body does not know it, and the emotions do not know it. This awakeness only knows itself as itself. This truth is simple, beyond all comprehension. It is immediate, before all thinking. It is ever present, displaying itself as every single facet of this experience right now. You always have two choices. One choice is the familiar one, to sacrifice this mysterious awakeness for something else. The second choice is to not sacrifice this that's awake and present, wherever you happen to be. You can choose not to sacrifice this for the next promise of a better moment, a better event, or a better experience. This is your choice. To be true to what's true or not, as you, in you, reveals the utter irrelevance of every other argument, whatever that may be. This that is awake to itself renders everything that is not true irrelevant. This silence burns the grasping for anything else and frees the life that you are to live itself without negotiation. Feel the immediate visceral invitation of this that is awake to put down everything else. This invitation asks you to cease bargaining with life, with the moment, yourself, your teacher, your friend, your mate. Just stop. This fire is unseen and unknown, yet it burns everything other than itself. This awakeness that is now in the center of this whole experience of being is it. As you can see, I borrowed from Sufi teachers, contemporary teachers, because I think I need to hear things in a variety of ways to remember what I am and what this is. One thing I found out on the path, though, is that it becomes harder and harder to avoid the truth. It's like the fire, the poem I read about the newly skinned hide, bloody and gross. Work on it with manual discipline. And if you don't have to make a decision about it one way or another, because the friend who knows a lot more than you do will bring suffering and difficulties. Sooner or later, our nose is put in the truth. And how we respond is everything. To really start to get it, that there's a deep structure to reality, there's a deep structure to consciousness, and that we have a responsibility to choose to be awake rather than asleep. To identify more with the space in which this is arising as the witness of it than with anything else. Sooner or later it becomes very hard to avoid that reality, no matter what path we're on. The dances of universal peace are practices. They have the sacred phrase, which are signposts to this reality, to the deeper reality that we share. And my intention this week has been to mine that richness for us, to put the sacred phrase in as stark a contrast as possible so that we can really see it, how it applies to us. And then it's our job to take that and digest it, do the investigation. As I've often said this week to different ones in conversation, it's not enough just to dance. Dancing is great. It really brings insights. I can see it transforms people. It's transformed me. But I see how hard it is for me to change as well. So I know I have to do my dharma in addition to the bhakti part. In the end, though, it's all Allah Krishna or whoever you turn to that's doing this. There's the wazifa. Yamalik Omok. The Yamalik, the essence of everything. Malika is to hold in the hand. The essence of everything is held in the hand of the one. And Yamalik Omok, all things are held in the hands of the one. So both the essence and all of the particulars are held in the hands of the one. And there's only the one witnessing the whole thing. There's nothing but the one, that means there's nothing but you. No matter what you think you are, that's the one in confusion. We're going from seeing the one through the eyes of the many to seeing the many through the eyes of the one. And how long it takes to get there is, I guess there's a long time in eternity, fortunately. Every moment is the truth. But to choose the truth in every moment might take lifetimes of devotion, yet can only happen now. Dorothy Hunt. I looked for myself, but myself was gone. The boundaries of my being had disappeared in the sea. Waves broke. Awareness rose again, and a voice returned me to it myself. It always happens like this. Sea turns on itself and foams, and with every foaming bit, another body, another being takes form. And when the sea sends word, each foaming body melts back to ocean breath. It's a Rumi translated by Neil Douglas Clark. The intellect is satisfied with theories and explanations, but intelligence is not. And for the understanding of the total process of existence, there must be an integration of the mind and heart in action. Intelligence is not separate from love. It's Krishnamurti. So let's just relax for a moment. As presence. Allow your awareness to be one pointed. All the parts and pieces brought together into the feeling of a total movement of sight, sound, sensation, emotion, hearing, and so on. Feel your body and what we normally think of as the within of things, the feeling of the body itself. But then notice the sounds around us, the birds, the water, the cicadas. All this that is obviously nonetheless passes across the stream of consciousness, the screen of consciousness. Is the sound of that bird really any different than a thought or a feeling? As we welcome what we are in stillness and silence, it becomes very difficult to distinguish what is within and what is without. There's just this total movement, this river. Just notice the sense of awakeness or I amness that is present. You recognize that it's there, you know that it's there, but as soon as you try to pin it down, you can't touch it with words or any concept. You just notice that it already includes everything. There's nothing that needs to be added or subtracted. Notice that it's not just a screen on which something is being projected. There's an aliveness to it. Wherever there is integration, wholeness, and completeness, there is the truth. The truth shines. There also is love. It's a love that continually recognizes itself. It holds everything that comes into its sphere with love. in you hears the sound and notices the sights that appear when you open your eyes. Don't lose yourself to sights, sounds, and feelings. Open yourself to them fully, but don't move. Stay in the silence and awakeness. This moment-to-moment choice is the fire of truth. It does not leave dramatics in its wake. It leaves something unspeakable in its wake that is more satisfying than joy or peace or excitement. At any moment, if you sell out this that is awake, be aware and awake to what you're selling out. Make sure the bargain is what you want it to be. Or you may, by some grace, by some good luck, realize that nothing in you wants to sell out this that is awake anymore. Not even for security or for the good of people.